Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be placed in the gadget category since I don't usually do reviews on earbuds and similar products since everything else is based on computer components and peripherals. But I wanted to see if, let's say, more in the budget category, these earpods can compete with AirPods. Now, of course, we have AirPods that are $200 of price tag, and here we have Haylou Moripods, which are $70, and Haylou GT6, which are around $40. So it's quite interesting to have these on this channel to review and to check out what's it all about. Let's go. First of all, let's start with Haylou Moripods, which definitely are quite something else and quite interesting. Now, first of all, let's start with the build quality. We have a housing that is designed for charging your earbuds, and it's quite nice, very small, very practical to carry around. At the bottom you have a Type-C connection for charging, and you get a Type-C cable, which for the GT6 you don't get a Type-C cable, so you do have to use it from either your smartphone or any other, or additionally buy it. Now, it's quite easy to charge them at the top. You don't need a longer cable than this, basically, since we're not talking about gaming headset that you need to charge your wireless headset and game at the same time. This is something completely different. You charge them when you're not using them, and that's the whole point. It's quite easy to open it, and they flip back. The cap flips back quite easily, even though sometimes it gets not stuck, but it has a stronger mechanism here to hold it open, which is quite alright. I have nothing against that. Now, opening them up, taking them out is quite easy, and at the top you have two indication lights, well, basically one on each earbud, and quite easy fit. Well, basically they fit perfectly inside my ear. I don't like those in-ear buds that actually make some sort of a vacuum compression or whatever it's called, and I can't hear anything, and I don't honestly like that unless I'm gaming and sitting. These are more designed, and especially with the AirPods, to basically when you're walking, running, or riding your bicycle or anything, to be aware of your surroundings and still hear what is coming towards you or anything in the environment that you're at. The cool thing about these is, check this out. So, okay, my ears are designed like that, so they don't fall off. There's no way they will fall out of my ear, but yeah, I mean, I'm quite satisfied. They have the same design as the AirPods, as at least the part that goes inside your ear, and I would say that's quite alright. Can say it's copying because the shape is, I would say, somewhat normal. Now, when we're talking about the design of the earbuds, they're also, the quality is the same as the box, quite outstanding, and I would say that I really love how they look. You have four colors of the Haylou Moripods, the blue, white, black, and pink. So yeah, four options for you guys to choose. Now, when we're talking about the functions, one tap play pause, two tap next song, and three taps is a voice assistant. Now, the sound is quite interesting as well. I listened to some old school house music, old school dance, and this involves loads of vocals, loads of bass, and loads of different instruments playing in the background. When you go with 70% volume on these ones, the sound is just perfect. You can't notice any difference comparing to the AirPods, but when you crank them up to 100%, now this is where you feel the difference. The 100% sound level on these ones, they do give you enough bass, but it isn't fulfilling, as I might put it that way. The voice, vocals, and some high-pitched noise are, the treble is a bit different when we're talking to the AirPods, and it does kind of have a bit of I would say some additional noise that isn't exactly from the song. The same thing happens with Haylou GT6, so 70% perfect sound. I won't argue with anything here. The same functions go with the GT6, but we have a different housing. We don't have a USB Type-C cable that you get with the earbuds, but you can charge them quite nicely if you have additional cable somewhere laying around from your smartphone or anything else. The design is basically almost the same, just these ones are in white color. The connection type is, as you can see, quite easy, and it's pulled back magnetically. You have two parts here that are designed for charging your earbuds, and you have indication lights on each of those. They're not at the top, they're here on the side where you actually use the controls for play, pause, stop, answering the phone call or anything similar to that. Now, when we're talking about phone calls, when you're talking with someone, you hear them perfectly. There's basically no issues, as maybe only when you connect them with your phone and the volume isn't, it doesn't pick up the volume where it was left last time you used your earbuds. That it lowers down for some certain reason, so you have to crank them up. Now, that isn't a big problem. You can always crank them up over your phone or anything else quickly, and that's it. But when we're talking about microphone, and when you're talking with someone, the GT6 have a slight echo, and I wouldn't say it's that disturbing, but the other person that was listening when I was talking to heard a bit of an echo at the background, and it wasn't that clear. With the Haylou Moripods, the echo was gone, but it was still some sort of a I would say, like I'm in a different environment. I'm not in this kind of room which is almost isolated from outer sound, but it was picking up some noise, some extra sound on the side. When I switched to AirPods, the voice and everything was crystal clear. But then again, we're taking into consideration $70 earbuds and $40 earbuds. So comparing all of these three together, and basically it's quite easy to connect them. You just turn your Bluetooth on your phone, you pick up the Moripods or GT6 depending on what you decide, and that's basically it. They function perfectly. The one thing that I notice is when you're listening to music and you take one of them out of your ear, place them on the table. On that one, it still plays the music, the sound, and unless you place them in a charging box, they will continue to play unless you pause the song. So they work perfectly. And when we take into consideration that when you're switching them and if you only want to use one, for instance, you can always place the other one inside the charging dock and it won't play the sound whatsoever. But if you leave it on the table, it will still continue to basically drain the battery, because there's no point of listening to music when it's not in your ear, right? But all in all, it works perfectly when you're exchanging them. There's no lag or that kind of stuff, for instance, between the connections, because immediately when you take them out, they start playing if the music is playing on your phone and if they are connected to your phone. So yeah, that's one more thing. Usually when I tested out some other earpods that were even in lower price range, you can't exchange them quite easily, and they always make some connection problems, and loads of people were actually complaining about that. So these ones are actually quite outstanding for the price tag. I would say, all in all, let's conclude, the microphone is alright for the price. Moripods should be a bit better, and even though, for instance, if you test them out in a crowded area, they would usually, you would hear the crowd noise, but still your voice would be much stronger, so the other person that's talking to you would still hear you quite nicely, even though it would pick up the crowd noise. But let's talk about the design. Perfect. The material of the earbuds is just great. I love the boxes, the charging docks. They're quite nicely constructed. The earbuds are also great in terms of the quality. The sound is really outstanding. Battery life, 70% volume, 6 hours, and if you're constantly exchanging them with the charging case, it could last up to 1 week, which is honestly outstanding. I don't think my AirPods actually last that long, but these ones can, and I would say that's quite alright. So Great quality design, quality material on both, even though the top plastic here is a bit thinner than on these ones, but that's totally irrelevant. The design on the quality of the design of the earbuds is just great. The sound up to 70% is outstanding, and I would say for the $70 price range, they're quite a catch. For the $40, I would say that the quality is a slight lower, not that much. You won't be able to notice it if you're not that sound experienced, and you won't notice the difference that much. But I would say, taking all the pros and cons into consideration, that these are quite alright for the price that you pay. Now, I'll place the links below for the Haylou Moripods and for the Haylou GT6 in the description below, so you can check out the price, even though I didn't mention it. You can check out the price, more details of course, and to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, hit the notification bell, and hopefully I will see you in another one. Thank you for watching again, and see you soon. Bye.